On our AM news, House of Representatives reject second reading of bill on rational presidency. Special prosecution team arraigns one suspect for willful tampering of pipelines. Plus, PFN National Executive Retreat kicks off in Uyo. A very good morning and many thanks for joining us. My name is Joy Ubani with the details of those headlines and other story. Let's remind you that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times, channel 103, and on our social media handles, Facebook and the YouTube. Do well to like and follow our page. And now let's start the news with the National Assembly. The House of Representatives has rejected the second reading of a bill seeking rational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones. The Constitution Alteration Bill failed to skate through second reading after a voice vote, which was preceded by a debate on the issues among lawmakers.
There is an arrangement that North will do this term, the South will do this term. So I believe this is something that we must not put in our constitution.
The rotation should go down to the governorship in all the states. Mr. Speaker, I believe every zone of the country have people with capacity.
If that geopolitical zone has its own shot, the next one will wait for about 48 years. Regardless of the quality of people we'll have in that zone, this country will lose that opportunity of bringing people that will render public service for this country just because of regional affiliation.
The bill in question, obviously, is set to cure an age-long injustice in our land, especially the minority zones in the region, in Nigeria, which if the presidency of this nation and the vice presidency of this nation is allowed to be struggled in terms of election, they will not have a chance of getting to that climax.
Are we going to force parties to actually pick someone from each region? How many parties do we have? We need to look at each zone. We need to look at party politics.
Even in this National Assembly, the speakership and the deputy speakership were zoned. And so, Mr. Speaker, like Issa Jesse said, and I also align with Clement, we have 6 geopolitical zones. And if this is entrenched in the Constitution, it will bring justice.
I implore that we do not set a dangerous precedent and put it in the Constitution without due diligence, which I'm sure the Constitutional Review Committee will do so.
And those who support that 1 to 7 Constitutional Review go to the Committee on Constitutional Review for it to progress. Say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Yeah. The nays have it.
The bill on rational presidency was rejected alongside 6 other constitution alteration bills that were concurrently put to a voice vote for second reading. And now the federal government says it will continue to sustain the fight against pipeline vandalism and illegal dealings in petroleum products without lawful authority and appropriate license. Edida Iba reports that it was a special prosecution team who arraigned one person at the Federal High Court sitting in Uyo on a 2-count charge of willful tampering with oil pipeline.
Worried by the incessant vandalism of pipelines and illegal dealings in petroleum products, the federal government, through the Special Prosecution Team against persons involved in pipeline vandalism and crude oil theft, says the ongoing prosecution of suspects is a deliberate effort by the team to curb issues of destruction of national assets. The suspect, one Stanley Young Abawola, is accused of allegedly conspiring with 2 others at large for illegal bunkering, tampering with an oil pipeline and dealing illegally in petroleum products without license. Counsel to the prosecution team, Frederick Dibang, says the team is being set up to complement efforts of the federal government to protect national assets.
File a 2-count charge against the defendant. Count 1 borders on conspiracy. Count 2 borders on tampering. Upon the charge being read and explained to defendant, he pleaded not guilty, and we have asked for a date for hearing. The counsel to the defendant applied for the bail, and we informed the court that we will serve with this bail application on Friday, and we just responded by filing our counter this morning.
The team comprises law enforcement agencies such as the Nigerian Police, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Department of State Security, the Nigerian Army, and the Nigerian Navy. The case has been adjourned to the 2nd of June 2025 for ruling on his bail application and commencement of hearing. In Uyo, Edith Yongiba, NTA News.
Away from that report, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria has kicked off a 4-day national executive retreat in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Kevin Samuel reports that the national president of the Christian body, Bishop Francis Waleoke, and his team are already on ground for the event.
This national executive retreat of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria PFN has in attendance executive members of the body around the country. It is the first of its kind for the present executive since assumption of office. Addressing the media shortly after his arrival at the Victor Atta International Airport, the national president Bishop Francis Waleoke says the retreat is a platform for the new executive to reason together, pray for the blessings of God upon the nation, and chart a way forward. He gives assurances that the outpouring of the power of God upon the land during and after the retreat will bring about increased transformation in the state.
Pray for Nigeria, and we will trust God to move in and bring a new wave of glory upon our nation. Things cannot continue like this. A change is coming.
Other participants are optimistic that the presence of God all through the retreat will position the country for economic stability, end to insecurity, and forge a united Nigeria irrespective of creed, socio-ethnic, or political sentiments.
To bring them to awareness of the agenda, what is in the heart of God through Mr. President, for them to be familiar with the vision, to assimilate and digest what God has in his heart for the coming 4 years.
A revival will start from here, not just for the PFN, but for the country of Nigeria.
One of the focus of this is for us to be united as a body of Christ. We speak one language, we have one Jesus, one God, one Holy Spirit. And I believe the Lord at the end will help the state and help this nation.
I believe at the end of this, every leader will go back home refired, revisioned, reviewed, re-energized.
At an evening session to kickstart event for the spiritual exercise, participants sang praises to God as well as offer prayers.
No room for darkness in Akwa Ibom State. Amen. No room for evil in Akwa Ibom State. Let your light shine upon Akwa Ibom State.
The retreat, which has as its theme PFN yesterday, today, and tomorrow, is expected to review the 10-point agenda of the present administration, which includes the PFN Legacy Place, 40th Anniversary, National Shift, Constitution Review, among others. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
You're watching NTA News at 10. We'll pause here for some commercials, and when we return back, more news. Please stay tuned.
Lead the children of the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Get ready for the 3rd edition of NTA Uyo Virtual Children's Paper Presentation. Submit a write-up on the given themes. Category A, Bridging Gender Gaps in Career and Leadership. Category B, the impact of teenage mentorship by parents and teachers. Interested schools should register and submit entries on or before May 15, 2025. Rate 20,000 naira per school. Shortlisted candidates will be invited for virtual paper presentation via Zoom and grand finale. Date Tuesday, May 27, 2025. Venue NTA Uyo Arena. Time 12 p.m. prompt. First prize 100,000 naira. Second prize 70,000 naira. Third prize 50,000 naira plus many consolation prizes. For enquiries, please call Ekaite on 0803 882 7840. Our children, teach them well and let them lead. Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903 288 2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
You're welcome back and thanks for still staying tuned. An assistant manager marketing of the Nigerian Television Authority, Uyo Ikobon Isenwan, has been awarded the best staff for the month of April 2025. This was announced during the management meeting of the station. Mary Jerome Josephine was there.
As part of the continuous efforts to encourage the hard work of members of staff in the station monthly, the management of Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Uyo, has awarded its best staff for the month of April 2025 in the person of Mr. Ikobong Esiwan in Marketing Department. The General Manager of NTA Uyo, Mrs. Alice Ugbe, says this is to encourage all members of staff of the station to put more efforts in carrying out their duties.
Best Staff Award for April 2025. I wish to inform you that the Marketing Department has selected you as the best staff in the Marketing Department for the month of April 2025. Management heartily congratulates you on this outstanding performance.
The recipient, Mr. Ikobong Esiwan, appreciates the management for the award and promises more commitment to work.
Happy today that I've been formally presented a letter of recognition of the best staff for the month. So I'm grateful to God. So too much, like I said, too much is given, much is also expected. The award is going to spur me up for me to make sure that I perform my mandate of revenue generation and increase our performance so that at the end of the day, I will not be found wanting.
The Assistant Manager Marketing Department, Mrs. Afyong Peter, while congratulating the recipient, acknowledges his diligence towards discharging his duties and says that he deserves the award.
Choose him as the best staff. Ikobong is a very strong marketer. This award will motivate him to do more in the department.
The NTA Monthly Award to members of staff is not for recognition of staff commitment towards the work only, but also to increase employees' productivity. In Uyo, Mary Josephine Jerome, NTA News.
Now, Uyo residents are lamenting the hike in price of some food items, especially gari, in the local market. Rebecca Ubong, who sampled the opinions of some residents Uyo, came back with this report.
The prices of some food items have continued to skyrocket across the country, with staple food like gari becoming increasingly unaffordable for the common man. Some buyers have expressed concern over the rising cost of the food item, blaming it on harsh economic situation in the country.
For the Gari issue, I'm not happy at all. You understand? Even last week that I bought this Gari, I bought 5 cup, 1,000 naira. But this week when I want to buy the Gari, they told me 4 cup, 1,000 naira. So I'm very sad. I don't know where we are heading to.
The cost of production now is high. The cost of production is high, and the cost of transportation also is high. If government can look into the cost of production and also the cost of transportation, I believe it can also bring about a decrement of those prices.
Some traders attributed the hike to the transportation cost and closure of the country borders, and appealed to the federal government to consider reopening of the country borders to allow importation of goods into the country.
Our fellow marketers follow contribute is that some see it as an opportunity. Once price is up, they will also add their own. But we here, we don't do that. We try to bring things down.
Our problem till now, no matter what, is still concern this subsidies or stuff. Fuel, because all this market, all of them, all this food stuff, all of them, they are coming all the way from north. And once, if petrol did not drop, they don't know how the food stuff would drop.
It's affecting me a lot because even me, I can't buy it and sell. I'm just buying a bag to retail it. Like now, for instance, Gari is 75,000 a bag, 50 kg. So you can imagine that when you finish selling, you come up to know that you are selling just for either 76, 1,000 again. So it's not helping. I don't even enjoy selling it.
Cassava used to enter water. When you harvest a very big portion, it will not give you what it's supposed to give you. So that is why this season, Gari used to be high. Even when we are buying very high price.
I can't explain though. Because the last time we bought Gari, we bought 95,000. This one we carry today, we buy some of 10,500, 105,000. This one we carry this morning. Instead of the thing to reduce, the thing is going high. And even reduce the quantity of the Gari. The Gari was containing 40 custard in a bag, now is now 37.
It is the hope of Nigerians that the federal and state government will intervene in the situation to make things easier for the citizen. In Uyo, Rebecca Obong, NTA News.
It's time for our second break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Safety is everybody's business, whether on our roads, homes or offices. But achieving maximum safety everywhere is more than just mentioning. Tune into the program Safety and Security Watch, a live studio phone-in program on NTA Channel 12 for you, your dependable station on StarTimes Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube for highlights, updates, and tips on safety matters by the professionals every Friday by 10:30 a.m. Safety and Security Watch. Safety first.
At NTA Television College Jos, you will dive into exhilarating hands that will fuel your passion in education and propel your career to new heights. We don't just teach, we craft the next generation of media leaders. Explore our diverse offering, understanding the personnel matters and issues in the public service, basic development communication, financial reporting under IPSAS, and interpretation of public sector accounting standard IPSAS, audit, internal check and control management, video camera maintenance, new technologies, optics, fiber, IP technologies, automation, storage management, and wireless technology. Challenges and opportunities in the secretarial profession in the digital age. Digital marketing, basic drama, online reporting, understanding the provisions of the revised public service, audio engineering operations and maintenance, camera operations, and intermediate drama. Mark your calendar. The second quarter of 2025 is your launch pad. This is your moment to seize the future. Announcer Management.
Welcome
to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afagafort, Offa Back Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afagafort, Offa Back Road, Uyo, your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Welcome back, and now to sports update. Oglumide Oguntola is our guide.
Of the 2025 CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations is set, with Nigeria facing South Africa on Thursday, while Egypt will take on Morocco in the second semi-final in a North African showdown. Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa and Morocco have all secured qualification for the 2025 FIFA World Cup in Chile. And in Lagos, former Super Eagles captain Austin Okocha has expressed confidence in the present Super Eagles team, urging them to apply the never-die spirit of Nigerians in the chase for the World Cup ticket, which he believes is realistic.
The beauty about football is there's always hope, there's always chance. You just need to get it right on the day, and I still believe that who will qualify, it might be through playoffs, but I have no doubt that we have a squad that can qualify for the next one.
In women's football, Match Day 3 actions continue in Ogun State at the ongoing Super 6 Nigerian Women Football League as Bayelsa Queens lock arms with Remo Queens. In another development, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has received the National Sports Festival Touch of Unity in a renewed commitment for passion, unity, fair play and excellence. The governor, who spoke to the secretary to the state government, Abimbola Saliu Ndeyin, another sports authority, said the tradition of the torch carrying and lighting ceremony had become a cherished symbol of peace and togetherness, culminating in a grand unveiling and lighting by President Bola Tinubu during the opening ceremony of the 22nd National Sports Festival in Ogun State. In table tennis, as the 2025 ITTF World Championship in Doha, Qatar approaches, African stars are set to make their mark from May 16 to 25, 2025. Despite Africa's strong presence at the past championship, the continent is still chasing its first medal, with the best performance being a quarter-final finish. With sports updates, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
And that's it on our AM News. Up next is our news translation. But join us again by 7 p.m. for another fresh packet. Until then, please stay tuned.
Mbed House of Representatives sesena didi ikut mbere inama ya adai wuru kaire nyinedo kirong mekigba sang sup ekoro wo ge bome isang kwa benerno isong ikbe ebo ri de PFN enia mbono mo mikuyu ukang ni song ide mbo ya ikomembo sanyi ni ba seneme minkere wisdom check up akambo kaide nyina tangabo ke ni moedi photovoltaic se mbono wo imini ga dai sensori nam bombangar ni song na mo esanga do biara enyo ye gib mer ni song iden nyen e ke na medi ngo mikini e ke koto awo ke bomo esanga kwa benar ni song ikbe ke sup mikuyu e kombo mito kombo
Tentok na ambono we kaiso di biab mesang kwak abenar ni song yemen dudio sembono we nanga kemik pawer ni song akambo kairin nyen abuyo kebo isure ni madik pikpe membun sudu biara mempo irin nyen kabang mer ni song yoy taibu kedu song ket adi nam jai tre adi biar mempo sirin nyen ne enam jai dio ke Stanley yong abawula ikbe kene nanga nye kadiana Moi bam fen ado mai fen e ke yiber ni so yo na nga mention sen du dio fen yen moi no ni adai sense ano mo nyemme adina moto tumumi Frederick di bank ada no me kuri pemi atangabo ken menu tumami ena mami ado mbasa ke ken u ke mo ka idin nyina semna e di ken bo ke tone mem ko idin nyen mon si do ke bo mi edo me borisi bo ri on ke me EFCC Civil Defense, DSS, Bonekong, Okoro, Bonevi. Enam jai dia ke serik bedo, etenem kusana fiang ba ke fiang jun, Israel senegani. Adi teman kum pamba, Okoro, adi sionya ke ubiang. Wisdom Jacob, Bombok NTA.
Odiana Daiwood, ken koro nyamura ku forum NTA yo ikobong sinwang ado wo sesio atewo sinamutemi waida ke fiang April Israel senegani. Eke na media me kini mikbo fotum NTA yo ege ni remburmo
de kelke tumim ndunam anarante u fogutum kiri enam baatoro amam menamutum gu fogutumuro eni udong eseni fanko erina mutum ikamba akamando tumutum gu fogutum NTA uyo malis ugbi amasundutum kid anam anarante seno agona mutum yaga fono kan kwa fion eno kenye ke fion April ena medion ke ete ikobong esinwang ayeke ikbegutum marketing gungang NTA yomi akena mafon ke fion April nko emaeno nye eno enwe dara nyenko ida akamando tumutum ke NTA yo malis ugbe so kotangeko isoko kaiso abo yambiu na mutumdo ekelebo ke mi misugi kaiso isanefak siawo manam ko yagafon asenyi ngobono eti ko bonku kanga monko ama kom me kamando tumutum ku fogutum NTA yo aboke enon tummi amana inoimo ndongeset edison kaiso namutum yagafon ke patre ndutumi soke ese nongo mewo enome are disok kaiso ngwamme namutum ke NTA ekrebo ke mimo imisani fak inamutum ke fre fanda ambagaturo eda pendara NTA eka anyong mikuyo utebe achibo akombok NTA
ukangen bo de trembo ba asra mi rotutun kanaka itiaba mbobri yori temagi ko membo afeni tonyen tutuinero